Welcome to Glenron Cars. Today, nobody paid me for this, but you deserve it. You deserve to know the truth. The real cost of owning a modified 7.5 TCR, and if you should modify your your car at all, and the cost that people don't tell you about, the real cost of owning this car, the mental cost, the depression, and all of that people don't want to share online. But today you are lucky because we are going to share everything and the reason why I got this car. And if I would still buy this car again and do the same thing again. So let's jump right into the video. So this is the 7.5 Golf TCR. Is modified. Most of you did not know this car. Yes, it looks like a normal 7.5 Golf GTI, but it's far worse. It's far different from that. Yeah, it comes at a cost. For me to reach where I am today, or for me to have this fast car, this car is fast. M340i X Drive, yes, that car can beat me from the line, but once this car hooks, is deadly. So I just want to disclose how we got here, what is the real cost of owning this car, and the mental cost of owning this car. That information is not available. We want to be honest with you guys. You are very lucky to be watching this video. So hit the subscribe button and let's get down to it.
I've always wanted a fast car, but in 2022, I had to return a BMW 128 Ti because I was struggling to afford it. I spent almost 8 months without a car, and that was one of the most painful experience for me. My credit record took a knock, and I had to build from scratch. That experience alone taught me something important about buying cars in South Africa. Once you buy a car, especially on finance, the first 2 to 3 years are dangerous. You can buy a car for 800,000 today, and when you try to sell it, you are suddenly sitting with a 200,000 shortfall. Because of that, I had to be very honest with myself. My dream car at that time was a BMW M3 F80, but I had to put that dream aside and focus on something that could retain value and still make sense financially. I looked at the Golf R 7.5R, but for me, it didn't feel special enough. It's very quick off the line, but I enjoy driving. I enjoy corners, I enjoy balance, and performance beyond 60 kilometers per hour. After doing a proper research, the TCR made sense. It's lighter, it got less drivetrain loss, it handles incredible, and still delivers serious performance. Even today, if you look at like for like prices, the TCR has held its value. I wanted a car I could afford, enjoy, live with, and still sleep at night. The Golf is practical, relatively light on fuel, and the TCR was always one of my dream cars. Just the realistic version of that dream.
Talking about the real cost of ownership for this car, right? I'm still paying this car. I still owe the bank. I'm almost done with it. So I pay around 12,500 per month. I think that's how much this car's cost. And there's like 2,400 to 3,000 insurance that I pay on this car because my credit profile isn't great, and this is a very high risk car and I stay at a very high risk area, so I pay a lot of money on insurance for this car. So there's ethanol that I pay 600 and methanol 600, so I get 25 liters of those items once a month. And on petrol I spend like maybe two, three, four full tanks, so that's around 4,500 a month just to run this car. And the other thing is just stuff just goes wrong, you have to top up oil, you have to go to the car wash,
And then there are small things people forget, like washing the car. I wash it at least once a week, which is about 140 per car wash. I service the car more often than stock. An oil service comes to about 4,200. None of these costs on their own are crazy, but put together, they add up. That's the part people don't always plan for.
Guys, people don't tell you about the mental part of owning this car. As you can see, it's modified, it sounds modified. But when you're driving this car, you constantly have to be listening to all kinds of noises, the gear changes, you know. You don't enjoy music anymore because a lot of things can go wrong. But you have to constantly be checking oil temp, if something goes wrong, you need to be sending messages to your tuner. Um, and asking for questions, chat GPT all night, trying to find out what could be possibly wrong with your car. There's a lot of lights that do come out on this car. Fortunately for me, I've only replaced a few things on this car. The first thing that I've replaced is a turbo. I'm using a hybrid turbo. Yeah, I've broken the turbo. Such things happen. And now I've changed the water pump. The water pump, I've done my research before I got this car. It's a common thing. So that was always coming. But luckily for me, I've driven this car for the last 4 years, 3 years, and I haven't had to change the water pump. So it was actually the first time changing the water pump. But it comes with a lot of mental, yeah.
Let's talk about the hidden mental costs. One thing nobody ever talks about when you modify a car is the mental cost. You start listening more than driving. Every new sound, every vibration, every gear change, you are there paying attention. You're always thinking, is this normal? You're sending videos to your mechanic, your WhatsApps, you're checking messages from a long drive. You have to travel with OBD scanner to check possible errors on your car. Even though the car is fast, you don't always push it. Not because it can't, but because you're thinking ahead. Your routes, your fuel stops, even where you park, start to matter more than it used to. And don't get me wrong, I love this car, but owning a modified car takes up mental space, and that's the cost that nobody budgets for. If you don't enjoy that part, no amount of horsepower is worth it. Hear it from me. On paper, the TCR looks like a bargain supercar killer, and honestly, in some ways, it is. You guys have seen the videos. So, the elephant in the room. Would you do it again? Or would I do it again? If I'm being honest, yes, I would do this again. Not because it's the fastest car or whatever, and not because it's the cheapest. I'd do it again because the TCR fits who I am. It's fast enough to be exciting, it handles properly, and it still feels special every time I drive it. But I'll do it differently this time. I'd go in with a clear expectation. I would accept earlier that performance always comes with compromise. This car rewards you when you understand it, but it will always frustrate you if you're chasing numbers or if you're trying to impress people. That's how I broke my table. So, yes, I'll do it again, just with more patience, more honesty, and a lot less pressure to prove anything. So, yeah, this has been a good buy for me personally because even to this day, when I drive this car, I still fell in love with it. I'm still, impressed by it. I'm still reminded when I'm in that you're driving a really, really, really wonderful car. So yes, I'll do it again. So should you buy this car? Maybe someone is interested in buying a TCR. Let me be honest with you. I think this is the most important part of the video. A TCR is not for everyone. If you're stretching your budget, you're chasing dyno numbers, or buying performance car to prove something to people online, this car will frustrate you. There's just a certain limit that you will have to reach because at the end of the day, it's still a front-wheel drive GTI. So, but if you understand cars, if you really enjoy driving more than just straight line speed, and if you are being honest about costs and compromise, the TCR makes a lot of sense. It's for someone who wants something fast, balanced, and special without completely sacrificing practicality. It's also for someone who's okay with maintaining their car properly, listening to it, and respecting what the performance actually demands. If that sounds like you'll love this car. If it doesn't, there are better, cheaper ways to go fast. This video isn't here to convince you to buy a TCR. It's here to help you avoid surprises. Modified performance cars are incredible when you understand what you are signing up for, and frustrating when you don't. Everything I've shared here is my real experience, my real cost, and my real lessons. No sponsors, no exaggeration. If this video helped you think more clearly about buying a performance car, then it did the job. Subscribe if you value honest ownership stories, not hype. But if you own something similar, drop your experience in the comments. Let's help each other make better decisions. Thank you.